Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at labrunerie.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, February the 17th. A pleasure to have you with us today. We're going to talk about something a little different today on our program. There is an event coming up very soon. It's a Christianity and Transgender Inclusion event that many churches in our community are taking part in. And I want to introduce you to NICK LARSON, who is pastor of Broadway Christian Church.
Correct.
Good to have you here,
Yeah,
Nick.
thank you. Thanks for having us.
And SARAH KLAASSEN, who is a pastor at the Rockbridge Christian Church.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have both of you here.
Thank you for having us.
Tell me about this event.
Yeah, well, we're really excited to create an event that helps to affirm folks in Columbia and around the community that really feel like they can be lifted up for exactly who they are. So often in culture today that there's a negative narrative in terms of transgender individuals or other things, and really there are churches here in Columbia like First Baptist Church where it's being hosted, or SARAH and my church, Rockbridge, or Broadway Christian Church, that want to make sure that folks feel affirmed and uplifted. And so it's about spreading that narrative and really helping to gain that there's multiple understandings out there.
Now, you have a special guest speaker coming, correct?
Yeah, his name is Austen Hartke. He's coming from Minnesota. He's a seminary-trained theologian coming down for the weekend, actually. He'll be here for several different events. So
and he's written
He's written a wonderful, wonderful book called Transforming the Bible and the Lives of Transgender Christians, where he tells a little bit about his journey of coming out and coming into his identity as a trans Christian.
So is he a transgender?
Yes, he's a trans Christian. And then he also has a podcast and does some
he
video
does
blogs.
a YouTube channel. He's got a really popular YouTube channel where he teaches biblical Bible studies online every week and every opportunity. And he speaks to a lot of transgender folks and church communities around the country. And so we're really excited that he's coming and to be a part of what we're doing here in Columbia.
How many churches in our area are participating in this? Do you have the list of?
We do. We have some, First Baptist Church, where the event will be hosted, is kind of our primary sponsor, Rockbridge Christian Church, and my church, Broadway Christian Church. We also know that St. Andrew's Lutheran is a sponsor, as well as Columbia United Church of Christ, Unity, and the Unitarian Universalist Church here.
So where will the event, is there just one event, or are there several events?
There are several things happening over the weekend, over Friday and Saturday. Friday the 21st, Saturday the 22nd. On Friday, there's going to be a LGBTQ worship service at 6:30, kind of before Austen comes on to start speaking.
And where will this be?
This is at First Baptist Church downtown.
Okay.
And then after that short worship service at about 7:15, Austen will come on for his first keynote, and that's called Transgender and Christian: A Coming Out and Coming Home Story. It's gonna be personal and intimate. He's gonna share his journey, and it's gonna be really, really good, really personal that night. And then if the next day, Saturday at 10 a.m. will be the second keynote, and that's called The Bible and Transgender Christians. And it's a seminar where he's really going to kind of dig into the biblical text, tell some stories, wrestle with scripture, and do some more technical work. So you can come to all of this.
Where will that be?
It's all at First Baptist Church.
So all of the events will be held at First Baptist Church?
Yes.
Okay.
Plenty of room for lots of people to come.
Yeah, and it's free and open to the public. You don't need any tickets or anything. So you can come to participate in one part or all of it. I'm also really excited because Austen's providing an opportunity to gather with folks who identify as non-binary or transgender so that they might be able to gather and share experiences themselves. And so if an individual out there is listening who identifies as transgender, there's a space for them to meet with other Christian transgender people and begin to understand that process a little better themselves.
What do you say to somebody listening or watching that is transgender and doesn't know how to deal with it?
I say that you are a beloved child of God, who you are created perfect exactly the way you are. And then I want to build on that and say that there are places and opportunities to reach out for conversation and for folks that want to affirm them and walk alongside them along that path. And whether that's us or someone else, there are folks here.
Yeah, there's a common narrative out there that you have to pick between your gender identity or your sexuality and your faith. And there are churches in town and there are churches all over the country that say, no, you can integrate that. And that's really tough work. But Austen's going to speak directly to that because he's been on that journey. And we also have people in our congregations who've been on that journey too.
Yeah, that's correct. There's also one of our sponsors, which is the Center Project. If you're not familiar with their work here in town, they do a lot of work with the LGBTQ community. And so that's a great resource for folks who are asking that very question.
Yeah. Have you had any negative response to this?
Not in my congregation. They were really excited. We were talking about the event, and they looked at me and they said, "We want to do a Bible study." We're good. Let's do that.
Yeah, that's good.
And that was really the response.
That's heartwarming, isn't it?
Right, it is. And I know that that's not always the narrative, but certainly in our community, we're blessed with a lot of folks who are understanding and enthusiastic about the way that we can move forward through faith and sexuality together as not as polar opposites, but as things that can complement one another.
Mm-hmm. Anything you want to add to that, Sarah?
I think we want to just get the message out that inclusion is here and you can find it, and this is a great place to start.
Yeah, and this is a perfect opportunity for people to share their feelings, to come out and share their feelings. So again, all the events will be held at First Baptist Church.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. So the first one is Friday
night. Worship will start at 6:30, and then the keynote will begin at 7:15. Then the group will gather again on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, followed by, I think it's 11:30, that Austen will be meeting with, or 11:45, that he'll be meeting with folks who identify as non-binary or transgender.
Mm-hmm. And what about Austen's book? What's the name of it?
It's called Transforming the Bible and Lives of Transgender Christians.
And is it available? Will it be available for sale at the event?
At the event, we'll have some copies on hand. I don't know that detail has got worked out. That's not one of the things that's in my bailiwick. So,
but is it available online or at
bookstores? You can get it in bookstores or everywhere.
Is.
The Skylark bookstore actually has several copies downtown.
Okay, and the name of it again is?
It's called Transforming the Bible and Lives of Transgender Christians.
All right. I thank both of you so much for coming here today and sharing this information with us.
We're glad to.
Hopefully, this will touch someone's life in a very positive way.
Indeed.
Okay? Thank you so much. And if you want more information, is there a webpage they can go to?
On First Baptist Church's website, there will be event information there.
What's the website?
It's fbc.org, Columbia.org.
Okay. Or just Google First Baptist Church, Columbia, Missouri.
Yep.
Okay?
That's it.
All right. Thank you so much for coming by. We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, Boone County Extension Council on Black History Month. Have yourself a nice day. Bye-bye.